Greetings, greetings. I'll wait a little bit longer. Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Boo coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, click out of this video and go ahead and please give me a subscribe. Due to the request of having a part 2 on Mr. Giovanni Pelletier, we are going to just dive in, pull 9 cards, one to back up to see what we actually see in the vision. And then after that, we're going to leave it laid to rest and let the law enforcement handle this. I thank you guys for the inquiries. I thank you guys for the engagement on this Witchy Wednesday. Let's tap into Mr. Giovanni Pelletier's experience. I have a couple of decks here. All right, and then we're going to just switch back and forth from, I was going to watch the replay of yesterday and kind of see what I could pick up, but we're just going to start basically from what we just see, and then if you guys want to play both parts, that would be great. Thank you guys for the likes as you come in. Right away, it's starting, it just got dark outside all of a sudden. Here we go. Let's tap into this and see. He is a Leo. Hey Nisha, it's so good to see you, Pooh. Thank you for being here, beautiful. All the love to you. Right back at you, baby. Everything you want is going to come alive. It's all going to be positive for you just because you have the heart of gold and the spirit that can fly. Thank you, Miss Nisha. I appreciate all the love. All right, so he is a Leo. All right, so we're just going to tap into what we see, and we're going to draw 9 cards, okay? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Again, allow me one more time. All right, here we go. If you have a question particularly that wants to be asked, go ahead, drop it in the comments. I'll look over as I go in between the sessions, okay? In between the decks. All right, so I'm trying to just, let me go ahead and finish this because I didn't. What's coming out is the Knight of Horns, the Knight of Swords in reverse. We got the Lovers in the present, Gemini energy, okay? And the final card you're not going to believe is Strength. This is Leo. So he is here presently. Here we go. Something from the past did not come to somebody's rescue. That is apparent. Even though something's guarded, something's protected, something still hasn't been successful when it comes to safety, and this is past tense. Now, 2 women and a man is involved here, the Lovers, and a kindred agreement, okay? Because whatever this is, it's shared, it's in an effort, and it's happening here now, still in the present. All the love, Miss Nisha, if it will work out with the case. And I'm fighting. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. I got you. I'm going to flip one before I even get started, Pooh. I think that's a question, correct? Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure it is. All right. And the final card. All right. So we have that kindred connection. Is Leo strength in reverse, where it is a weakness now. Bravery has now been kind of subsided. And anybody that's brave obviously fought for something, right? So we're just going to tap into this. And I just tried to shuffle the cards, and we're going to do it again. All right? Can you work out with the case that you're fighting? Yes, because that's your question. Ms. Nisha Newsom, before we begin, get my other incense ready, because we're just going to keep tapping in. I have a question that has come across for a subscriber, a friend, and a dear loved one who wants positive results, right? Positive things. Could you tell us what would be the outcome, the issue of the case for Miss Nisha? We're not going to say the last name. We already see it there. No whole government needed because the spirit of my heart is coming through clear. What is going to happen? Let's just flip one here, okay? All right, we've got Temperance in reverse. This is Sagittarius energy. There is something currently that you may be overlooking, you're imbalancing in, or not believing up here. I know that it sounds corny, cliche, and kind of stupid what I'm about to say, Miss Nisha, but hear me out here. If you're constantly thinking that this is not going to work out, this is the state of mind that is going to be solidly in because of the doubt. Do not think from this moment on that this is not going to be a successful outcome. Because if you continue to feel that way, that is the results. This does not mean anything is solid. It means that the light is not being focused on rather than something taking a seat and being permanent. That's not what you want to think about constantly. Okay, so in the matters of these days, and I know that you're stressing, turn it around. If you have to write it down for you to see it, it's going to work out perfectly. It's going to work out in my favor. Any words that you can say to repeat yourself, you have to take over that negative. So right now, the imbalance really is, oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go get my fucking glasses, y'all. Nisha, this is a fucking emperor, okay? It's dim, it's dark, and I am 41 and I can't see. So scratch fucking everything I just said, because it's not temperance. It's the emperor in reverse here. Shit. Woo! All right, now here we go. Listen, Nisha, don't judge it to my heart. I'm being serious right here. No, I'm glad you missed it. So that's good because you didn't hear me, and that's for good purpose. Oh, I love you so much. All the love, Miss Nisha. So we're going to start over. Scratch what I said. We are on the Emperor in reverse. This is Aries energy. And this is you seeing and taking back the authority. You may feel that this judge, this jury, or this person that has this seat on this throne feels some sort of superiority. This is not true, okay? It's all some sort of defense because I feel like you've got 2 feet towards this person who you're strongly holding on to or taking care of here in the right hand, or it's something to do with this right hand man or something like that. But instead of having these 2 feet pointed or directed in this energy aligned with that, when fighting this case, you've got to see this older man, this older person as the favor you're going to get, or some sort of reward you're going to get back, or some sort of authority you're going to get back. Okay, so we're starting with that. Miss Nisha, knowing with this case, if you could kind of loosen the grip or stop pointing a direction in this thing in the right hand. I don't know if it's people, places, person, or energy, or relating to the case, but it's the older man, it's this older person you've got to kind of focus on here in a positive, not so much where these 2 feet are pointed. I hope that helps. But no, the authority is here. All you have to do is kind of redirect your energy, but it's actually something you're holding on to very dearly, and it's life. And it is life here, okay? All right, so let's tap in later. If you would love to get back together, I would love to go deeper, because obviously I said temperance, and that normally happens because something was to follow next. Miss Nisha, please play the replay if you want to hear it again, and thank you so much for being here. Now, let's clear this up. Oh, so I have to really, really focus. If you guys have a question pertaining to this case, go ahead and ask it. All right, going forward, here we go. Mr. Pelletier is a Leo, and I want to draw 9 cards to see what we can actually see regarding this case, who he was with, the energy around. Yesterday, there was a man and a woman that deeply know what's going on. We've got the 5 of, make sure I'm looking at it right. We got the 5 of Viking horns, 5 of swords in reverse. We've got the world in reverse. Something is not going to succeed here in the present because somebody's catching on, but it's coming up slow. but it's a tight grip they have on them. And then we got the Queen of Skulls. I'm feeling like there's still some sort of inability in the past to understand some roots, connection, family, lineage, tree, like the trees, who this young boy really was related to. There's always been some sort of question. I do want to mention that. And I don't know if it's just people being evil or picking fun because of different parents here. Oh, I'm sorry, you got the King of Horns in reverse. So this man, this masculine is right below each other again in the past tense. With the Death card in the present, this is Capricorn energy. Now, realizing in that Cancer state of sense, this is obviously what's happened, but there's a boat, there's a fire, there's water, there's something that's just not coming up right here. But it is in the present. You got the Eight of Hellfire. Somebody in the future is going to work hard to keep a few people silent that's hanging on the wall. You got the Page of Bibles. In reverse, a lot of reversed emotion. So this could be because people are feeling guilty. There's that King again. There's a masculine that knows everything what's going on or what has happened. And I'm going to say that very strongly. And then you got the Ten of Skulls. There, it looks like two entities holding on to a child, but it's in some sort of dress form. All right. We've got 9 cards drawn. I told you yesterday the power of 3, and it's definitely here again with a man with a hoodie on, a woman that looks dead. And it may be a bald-headed man or this person in the back that's kind of got their, it's all black, but we can't see them, but it's still three people involved here, okay? And I feel like, I'm going to try to look closely, the 3 people have a connection to this young man as far as being some sort of relation because we have the trees in the background. I'm not sure why that there was an attack here, because in the past they really have had a history of not knowing each other. There's been some sort of inability, there's been some sort of battle or just disagreement constantly with tension surrounding it, okay? 3 people are still involved, they're not going away. So it's definitely regarding some sort of happy family situation. You never know what people are thinking when a child doesn't belong to them or something has been found out that's indifferent. Or like I said yesterday, it's capturing some sort of attention. But now there's 2 children here dancing with this man and this woman. So in the past, where are you at? In the past, you're saying that this family was happy, or there is some sort of happy setting. Could be just agreeing. But here we are with 3 people that are related that seem to have something they are in disagreement of, or something that's just heavy. I would like to know specifically what we're talking about, what's the inability, and who are the 3 people in connection that can be involved. You can throw me any card. I'm going to do that again. That was endurance. Light just flickered. All right. We've got family. I want to do this one more time because the first card failed, and I know how everybody thinks this is easy to trick cards, and it's really not, unless you're into that kind of stuff. But like I said, there's something dark here when it's regarding family. There's spilled black coffee and a home setting that doesn't feel welcoming, because if you look, normally curtains are even. But when you come in, if a balance is off and something has been cut, you're going to recognize it. So that's what I'm just saying. You're going to recognize something that just should be in a normal place or space, but it's not. So whatever perception that they had of this young man is what we're basing this whole experience off, and 3 people that are involved here, okay? Could you tell us more with this inability and the world in reverse? There's no successful outcome, because I feel like there's a piece of, they're saying that please and no disrespect, the body was already gone. So there's something that they're going to find in regards to some sort of evidence that has been overlooked regarding love. It could be around his heart. It could be on his shirt, in the chest. There's going to be something here that they're going to find that's going to have now even more suspects. Now, the lovers are here again. But this time, the lovers are in reverse. And we have the 4 Bibles and the 2 of Skulls to follow. When I told you about this man and this woman who kind of set this whole thing up, they keep showing up for some reason. Now, this woman has been hurt by something that hasn't, this is the mother, please, in the present, that she is still fighting for or fighting with. I don't know why she has connections with these people that she's barely talking to, because the trees are thin. This isn't the family that she's really comfortable with, but it's like it's through this dad, it's through this family on the opposite end. And because the lion is here with Leo in the bottom, we're just talking about this man, this woman, this child, this father, this mother, and obviously here, Mr. Leo, Mr. Giovanni. But I need you to see that there is something that is lost in faith when it has come to thinking, because they bit this boy and there's health reasons involved. The snakes, the 2 snakes going around the pendulum in the back looks like a prescription, looks like some RX symbol. I don't feel that, that can't be what just came to me, and I don't want to I don't want to sound ignorant, but I just have to say this. It's coming down to a point of a body part being taken, but this was a forceful action simply because of somebody not flying off in agreement, flying off in believing, having this shared interest or agreement. Because things can take place and happen so easily, but it's like 3 people were watching or in agreement with this snake, like telling them to do something that feels still planned for some sort of attention seeking here. Whether this was supposed to have been set up as to with this boy was missing and to have a whole big scene and something come up and everybody benefits, or was this really because he wasn't related to this dad, to this father, and there is some jealousy here because of a weaker person with the 4 Bibles. You don't know how bullies work, let alone if you know them or not. But I just still feel this is something of some sort of words. This was a sacrifice for some reason. What was the sacrifice for? There's a home involved here, a home over some sort of victory over this person. They just wanted to have, like, to have it all, to say they could have something. And they couldn't. They were weaker to not, like, get it, so they weren't strong. This little boy, if you can look at him, he doesn't look like a fighter at all. But these were thoughts and actions that blew in from somebody else, telling them what to do, giving them the intuition, the thought to do it. And so here we are leading back to this woman, like we did yesterday. This woman is a Knight and Jekyll, Hyde and Jekyll type of energy. But she wanted something. She wanted to be looked at for something. She still wants to be looked at for something as we're paying attention to. There's that 5. The 5 in the beginning with the 5 of Wands, and now we're ending with the 5 too. This is the end of a completion too. I feel like them really going to come out and solve something because somebody's not speaking up. And they're all being tight-lipped and just having some sort of tension, like nobody knows what's going on. But 3 people that was there, and the struggle that I feel like with the instructions on how to be clear. He was the only complected, besides this man he was with, he was the only complected person there. That everybody else was a darker complexion. What is this inability with the 5 of Swords relating to the Queen of Skulls here? There's going to be unfinished business with this pawn. Here we are. All right, guys, pause. Whoever did this, they had hands on us physically attacking his body and doing some sinister shit. This was, like I said, this is looking inward, inspiration, and uncertainty. I don't understand about this uncertainty, whether he was maybe coming out as a gay man. There's something here that they were uncertain about, but this wasn't an attack on his end from an instructive person. And even if he was coming out or having something going on, that still doesn't give you the right to attack a person. But the uncertainty is just here on why this happened, because like I said, this is for absolutely no reason. There will be unfinished business. There's still unfinished business between this mother and son. It always shall be. Can you give me one more? Make it clear. What is this over? Please, please. You got healing. Maria Sabina, she popped out yesterday. And the hedgehog, which is some sort of vulnerability or distress. Hiding the heart, vulnerability, or tenderness. So whether he said something that hurt somebody's feelings, that still doesn't give you a reason to attack anyone here. I don't know if, oh my God, please. He attacked somebody's child or did something that's inappropriate here. I'm going to just leave that because I don't need that to come. I don't need that to be. Please. Regardless, he didn't have a choice on what was happening because somebody was burdened with blind facts that kind of was set up, barricaded against this young man. Tell me about this Queen of Skulls, please. You got the 3 of Hellfires. There's a 3. You got 3. You got 2. And you got 5. 5 has been across the board 3 times now. They fought over this for a good bit. This didn't just happen all of a sudden. This is a family. This is some sort of family business that has something to do with this young man seemingly doing something to hurt somebody in a vulnerable state. This Queen of Skulls is instructing whatever has happened to kind of take place. This pond is here. And so is words on a script again. But yesterday it was a book he was reading. Something and definitely cut open. And I'm not talking about like him being harmed. This was for a specific purpose. They're going to end up finding something, or they may not even speak on it. But there is some major choice in a stale mate of energy that's here in the future. It's like they don't have a choice, but they really do, because we all have free will to be like a righteous person. Not to cause harm, not to cause... The smoke is just like here. It's not going away. It's just settling. And this is the tiniest incense. We got 3 more cards left. We got the Page of Bibles, King of Skulls, and the Ten of Skulls. All right. Feel a chokehold is here. Both ways, where a punishment or some sort of attack. Yesterday I saw the knife. That's why I said stabbed, or it was something in the side. Gluttony is involved here. Could you tell me more about this Page of Bibles in reverse? What does this mean as far as a heart being held hostage, 2 people watching, or some sort of violence? There's the knives again, the 10 of Swords in the back. You got the 3 of Swords. Even if we take a break, the cards are still flipping up. There's a man that set all this up and drove him to his demise. That may be looked at in somebody else's opinion as a wise person or some sort of diplomat. They were devoted into getting this done because there is something here that is sort of foul play that a man is sitting on. And the separation here is from this child and this mom. We will never forget that, you know, there's a text message that is just unread, unresponded to, and that is where it kind of is stopped in that moment. Can you tell me why this separation happened? With the 3 of Hearts, with the 3 of Swords, with these 3 people involved here. Instructions. There's history and dirty laundry. Kincaid, Jamaica Kincaid is here. So there's dirty laundry that will... If it comes out, it will be scuttlebutt as far as keeping it back hush, or somebody's going to say that wasn't what the mark was. So I need you to just know and think for yourself, you know, and be reasonable, because in my opinion, the dirty laundry could be anything, but it's going to shock you no matter what. It's going to hurt like venom. And this is what caused the death. There's the crow. So I need you guys to just see the separation was with this child and his mom, all because somebody was bitter, hurt, and stabbed in the back regarding this young man. This is not, we want to say unwarranted, but this is all coming from a man that is following instructions, whether it was a fulfillment or not. You got the 7 of Skulls. Something that was witnessed, that was watched, that it's obvious that he's done. And money is involved here. This may have already happened in a home setting. It looks like octopus are taking over on the side end, but they don't live in ponds. They live in oceans. There may be some sort of wild fish, some sort of wild creature in that pond, specifically in Florida, and they're not telling. A lot of people know different things on how he decomposed so fast from May. You understand? There's something that is all focused on a benefit, on a dollar, on a cent here. The next card is the King of Skulls. This is that man that is completely, again, King of Skulls, the King of Cups. This is that man that's completely devoted into getting this done, and who he was with in the past and now in the present. Tell us more. I'm going to trash, guys. I have so much to do. Justice in reverse. Libra energy. Three of Bibles. They're still here, this third party. And then you got the Devil. I get goosebumps down my leg. Hello, if you leave a notary, I am available in 10 minutes. Thank you for being here on this Witchy Wednesday. The Devil has popped up twice. I'm not going to mess up the story because I want to look at this when we're done, and I may just take a picture and this be the screenshot so you guys can look exactly at what I'm looking at this time. I may just do that really quickly before we hang up because I can do that. I can just pull the thing over here, right? Okay. You got the Devil in reverse. You got the Three of Bibles. I keep telling you about this third party, these three-party situations, and then Justice, Libra energy. So this is regarding some sort of karmic consequence that had to happen by a female who instructed some sort of balance and evening, reasoning. I don't know if he has any other siblings, cousins, people that are in relation. A child is involved here because of something that feels addiction. There are children who have problems too if they've been actually abused. There is something here in a medical room. There is something here that has caused this to be done over a part that is no longer here. It is missing, like if it was your bottom cut off. The final card is the Three of Bibles. And you can see the water. You can see like the ocean, but this was a pond. Remember that. But there's something that was free here and released because of something that was done in an attack that this boy did, not just from him being attacked. You understand that? It's like he's done something. And they wanted revenge and stabbed him right in his back instead of handling this dirty laundry, handling this unfinished business because of a perception that was thought of him already. But you're dealing with a woman whose heart is not open to understanding, or something that was read. Family is all over this. They know more than what they're saying. Final. You got the Nine of Swords. No one is really sleeping well when it comes to dreams. He may be visiting because what's happening is it's like there's still some chess checker moves that's being arranged here. And because there are different levels to getting justice results and a peaceful send-off right in your spirit, things have to be handled and settled or you're going to kind of linger. You're going to kind of linger. You got the subconscious. There's this woman. And like I said, when I told you there's a Jekyll and a Hyde involved, this is her. Here, you guys. I'll let you take a look. I'll see you later. How do I turn this around? All right, wait. Here's the story, what I see. There's the family. Spilled tea. There's the home setting with the unwelcoming dark energy. There's a perception of something here that was witnessed, watched, or written down, but it's noted. A man involved with the heartstring that wasn't understood. There's the pawn where he was found, and the woman with the subconscious. Thank you guys for being a part of the tribe. I'll take a picture so you guys can see clear. I'll check you out tomorrow.